This is study number 1. This is out of the Melodic Rhythms for Guitar book by Bill Leavitt. Since I figured out how to use this book now, it's just an awesome book. So there was this study group. Each measure had a different rhythm in it. So what study number 1 is doing is he took these rhythms here and applied them to a song. So each measure in study number 1 is a rhythm measure, if you will, out of rhythm group number 1. All right, so let me go through here and see what I can see. I'm going to count the rhythm because it looks like it's, counting the rhythm here is a little bit different because you kind of see what's going on. He's taken a quarter note and moving that quarter note through the rhythm, and then on the top bar he's taking a quarter note and moving that quarter note through the rhythm. Then on the bottom, the second part, he's taking an eighth note or an eighth rest and moving that eighth rest through the rhythm. So I'm going to try to get this counted. All right, so we're in the key of G. You have that F sharp as that the only sharp. Key G, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. All right, so the study, the rhythm. Let me see if I can. Maybe 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, get my metronome going. 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Rest and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Rest and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 3, 4. That was tricky there. That what was that? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 19 bars, 19, 20. That rhythm there is tricky. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. And that's how it's counted. You have eighth, 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 quarter, eighth. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. And that the and of the 4 gets tied to the next note. So the whole note is now a full 4 count plus a little bit. All right, so yeah, so that is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1 and 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and strange enough, I could kind of hear in my head the notes. Ba da 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 oops. Too high for me. Rest and 2 and 3 Oops, I messed that up. But anyway, there's that bar 19 and 20. Let me ease into it. So it's at 4, 8, 12, 16. So we're at bar 17. All right, bar 17 again. messing around. I'm gonna go through that one more time. It just, yeah, I like it. That was fun. I thoroughly enjoyed that. That was nice. That needs to be a diminished chord. What is diminished there? Diminished? Is that a diminished? F sharp diminished? That's definitely not it. That's not it. Nope, that you are not it. Work out what that F sharp diminished. So you have F sharp, G, A, B, C, D, E, and then F sharp. So F sharp is that one. Then you skip F sharp, go to A. That is going to be a minor. So it's going to be A minor. So you have F sharp. Am I thinking about this right? You have A, that's the minor A compared to F sharp, Alright, so that's a minor. That is the 1, flat 3, flat 5. So the C, you got the C. So here's a C, C, that is a flat C, or C, flat C, which is the B, A, sharp, B, C, flat and C, G, flat and F sharp. So you have F sharp here, F sharp there. No. 1 flat 3 flat 5. That's right. That's what the diminished is a flat 3 flat 5 is a diminished. Alright, so I'm looking for A's. I'm looking for a flat 3, so A flat and a flat 5 and C flat. So I'm looking for A flat and A flat. So F sharp, because there's an F sharp, U or C, U or C flat, C flat. Then we have A there. No, we have D, E, F sharp, and then here's the F sharp. There's a C. Is it really? No. So if you have G, A minor, B minor, C, D, E minor, and you have this F sharp, and then your G. Does that sound harmonized? No. I'm spending way too much time on this, but I need to know. I need to know. I got to know. So. That's diminished. So it's going to be no. Alright, so F sharp, we know we got F sharp there, F sharp and F sharp. Okay, then we have our C flat. This is A. Am I even doing that right? Because the 7th chord is a minor chord. It's diminished. So it's got a flat 3 and a flat 5. So in the key of G, you have G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, of course back to G. So that's 7th chord. Why does that not sound right? Because this right here is a let's see here, if I move this here, this is A, this is B, B, C, there's C, so F sharp. I'm looking for this chord here. So we have F sharp, A, or sorry, F sharp, D, E, F sharp, So this is not. This is A, G, F sharp. So that's F sharp. D, C. Did I mess up that bad? So yeah, I was. I'm sure I want to put. I say C. Okay. F sharp. Okay. F sharp. C. F sharp. Oh, really? Yeah, man. Okay, that thank you. I'm over here creating a scale that shouldn't be created. I should have just left it alone. F sharp, A, C. That's the F sharp diminished chord. It's right there in front of me. But the scale, the spelling out of the scale is 1 flat 3 flat 5. That's what makes it diminished, because the A and F sharp, the A sharp is flattened down to A, and the C sharp is flattened down to C. So it's not actually C flat. It's just C sharp flattened down to C for that diminished. And yeah, F sharp. All right. So that, there we go. Okay, that's. Thank you up here. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's what they're. G, A minor, B minor, C, D, E minor, F sharp diminished, G. There we go. Okay, you making so much. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you so much for working out. It just takes a little time. Harmonized, or I could have gone back to this. Okay, yeah, that wasted a lot of time on that. Sorry about that. All right.